Assalamualaikum students, this video is regarding November 2023 exam paper variant 2-1 as question 3 part B. Governments sometimes fix maximum price on goods for different reasons. Assess whether the use of a maximum price is always advantageous. Compared to my earlier videos for paper 2, we'll be using a different style in this video. In previous videos, I've been writing complete answers myself, but they were taking a lot of time. Writing essays myself on the screen doing the videos was taking a lot of time, and also my handwriting wasn't that great. So now in this video and onwards, I'll be using pre-typed answers to save time and to be able to give you a better clarity of what I'm writing or what is written in front of you over the screens. My suggestion would be to take the screenshots so that you can prepare these answers and essays yourself. So this essay is about maximum price, and it is about its advantages and disadvantages. As you are aware, there are 8 marks for analysis and 4 marks for the evaluation. An analysis would mean that we need to analyze both sides of the argument. We need to analyze whether maximum price is a good thing and what are the problems which maximum price will bring in. So maximum price, the definition given in the first 2 lines, it is price ceiling, and it is declared illegal by the government that a price higher than this cannot be charged. Maximum price is effective only when it is set below the equilibrium. If the maximum price is set below the equilibrium, only then it is effective, and we can show the diagram. Along x-axis we show the quantity, along y-axis we show the price. We show a downward sloping demand curve, an upward rising supply curve. We show equilibrium price, we show equilibrium quantity, and the maximum price must be below the equilibrium price, and this is the maximum price. Now because of maximum price, prices are decreased, quantity demanded goes up to Q1, quantity supplied reduces to quantity Q2, and this gap between quantity demanded and quantity supplied is known as excess demand. Now in a free market, this excess demand will not prevail, as prices will continue to rise, discouraging some consumers, forcing them to leave the market, and encouraging some new suppliers to enter. But in this case, the government has imposed maximum price. Price is no longer allowed to go up. It is not allowed to go beyond the level which is set by P max. That's why this excess demand will prevail. So one of the consequences, one of the drawbacks, one of the problems, one of the challenges of maximum price, that it creates excess demand, and it prevents price from playing its role of, let's say, rationing, because when demand exceeds supply, prices do come in, they rise, and then they ration the limited supply with the customers. But in this case, price is not able to play its role. So if I may write over here that price is no longer allowed to play its role of rationing, and that leads to excess demand. Now what are the benefits of maximum price? The maximum price makes essential food items more affordable. Now this is the key word, more affordable. Now if someone writes that maximum price will lower the prices, probably that's not a right development, because maximum price means lower price than the equilibrium. So candidate probably may not get the development marks. So the key word over here is affordability. Maximum price makes essential food items more affordable, and when poor income earners can afford to buy more quantity of essential food items, this will help them get required nourishment, and that will lead to improved health, and we may say it may lead to improved living standards. And their spending on food will go down, as food is cheaper now, and that will enable low income earners to have a greater part of their income for other goods and services. So improved living standards and reduced cost of living are the benefits of effective maximum price. But there are drawbacks of maximum price as well. And one drawback we have already studied, and that is excess demand. And then the second drawback, the price is no longer allowed to play its role of rationing, and there could be informal markets where goods, and we can call them black markets also, where goods can be sold illegally at higher prices, and there could be longer queues of customers. As many customers will not be able to get the product, there will be more demand, but there won't be much supply at low prices. And of course, there will be an impact on consumer surplus as well. So to show the consumer surplus, let me draw a diagram. Along x-axis we show the quantity, along y-axis we show the price, demand curve downward sloping, supply curve upward rising, equilibrium price PE, equilibrium quantity QE. Consumer surplus. As you are aware, the consumer surplus is the area below demand curve above price. Now in this graph, this is the green shaded area is consumer surplus. Now let me erase this one. Now maximum price. So when the maximum price is introduced, quantity traded becomes QT. It's quantity traded. There is quantity demanded of Q1, but this quantity is not available in the market. So quantity will be available only up to quantity QT. Now if we want to calculate the consumer surplus, so we need to draw this vertical line, three corners. Look at three corners. What is the price? Now this is the first corner. What is the quantity? Before equilibrium price, it was the quantity. What was the price? The height of demand curve, corner A. The vertical intercept of the demand curve, corner A. Point B shows the quantity which is consumed at equilibrium, and point C shows the price. So these three corners or these three points A, B and C will give us the consumer surplus before maximum price. So I may say it is area 1 and area 2. Area 1 and area 2 were part of consumer surplus before maximum price. But after the maximum price, the vertical intercept of the demand curve is still point A, but the quantity is now point E, and the price is point F. This is price maximum. So if we look at 3 points A, E and F, so consumer surplus is now area 1 and 3. So before maximum price, consumer surplus was area 1 and 2, and after the maximum price introduced, consumer surplus has changed from area 1 2 to area 1 3. Now 2 is the loss of consumer surplus because some consumers will not be able to get the product. So 2 is the loss of consumer surplus. 3 is the gain of consumers who will be able to get this product at a lower price. So 3 is gain, 2 is loss of consumer surplus. Why would consumers gain? Because the price has gone down now. They will be able to buy the product at a lower price. And why would consumers lose? Because they will be deprived of the product. Earlier they were able to get the product as the quantity was QE, but they are no longer, some of the consumers are no longer able to get the product. So the consumer surplus changes from 1 2 to 1 3. Will consumer surplus go up or go down? It depends upon price elasticity of demand. In the diagram which is in front of you, it looks like consumers would gain more than they will lose, as area 2 is smaller than area 3. All consumers do not gain. Now, one of the questions in a past exam paper, the examiner asked, will all consumers gain? The conclusion was no, all consumers will not gain. Only those consumers gain who can get the product at low price. Those who are deprived of the product, they lose. It is just like this, that a maximum price is introduced on teaching, giving A-level tuition. So, and that brings the tuition fee down from rupees 10,000 a month to, let's say, rupees 6,000 a month. Now, those students will be able to get the tuition at 6,000 a month instead of 10,000 a month will gain. Their surplus will go up. But maybe a teacher, because of this low price of 6,000, may discontinue to teach and he may join some other occupation. His students will be deprived of studying from him. They will lose. So some consumers lose as they are no longer able to get the product, whereas some consumers gain as they are able to get the product at lower prices. Now what happens to the producer surplus? Now we draw the diagram for producer surplus. Downward sloping demand curve, upward rising supply curve, equilibrium price, and the area between price and supply curve was producer surplus before the maximum price. After the maximum price, now this is the maximum price. I draw this again. Quantity, price, demand curve, supply curve. I'll give you this tip in case you need to show producer surplus. Do draw the supply curve from the origin, initial supply curve, so that you can easily show producer surplus graphically. So this was the equilibrium price, PE and QE, and maximum price is P max. Now producer surplus was area below price above supply curve, and there was area 1 and 2. Below price, above supply curve. But after the maximum price introduced, producer surplus has gone down to only area 2. So in this diagram, producers are losing not only because of, and we can show the quantity here as well. If we can show the quantity, so we can show 1, 2 and 3. So producer surplus was 1, 2, 3 before the maximum price and has gone down to only 3. Producers are losing area 2. They are losing area 2 because the quantity is decreasing, and they are losing area 1 because they are able to charge a low price now. So they are losing surely. The producer surplus, while the impact on consumer surplus is uncertain. Some consumers are gaining, some are losing. Producers are surely losing. They are losing because of lower quantity, as they are able to sell fewer units now, and they are also losing because they are able to charge low prices. So producers surely lose. Now this is a summary. Let me give the summary of the benefits of maximum price. The benefit is it makes food items more affordable. It improves living standard. It gives people access to essential food items. It gives poor income earners an opportunity to save some money and spend it on other items. As the good on which maximum price is introduced, it becomes cheaper and they can reduce their spending on that. However, the drawbacks of maximum price: informal markets will emerge, black market, which called longer queues of customers. Some consumers will not be able to get the product. Impact on consumer surplus is uncertain. Some consumers gain, some lose. Producers surely lose, as they not only sell fewer units, they also charge low prices. There is another problem and challenge of maximum price. The government will have to spend a lot of resources on the implementation and regulation of price control. Markets have to be monitored, inspectors have to be appointed, they have to visit shops, and they have to ensure that all shopkeepers and all distributors comply to the requirement of the government to charge a maximum price. So in the conclusion, you may say that maximum price should be imposed, but only for a limited period of time, as it is a temporary solution. The permanent solution is reliance on market forces. the government should revert to other methods such as giving subsidies to producers to encourage them to produce more to lower prices, or allow imports of the product so that product is easily available at affordable prices to the consumers. So this concludes my discussion on this essay. If you've liked this video, please do share it with those who may be interested, and do subscribe to our channel and keep giving us your feedback. Thank you very much.